Ciao a tutti and benvenuto to another episode of Tagliati, the show where we try to create the most mouth-watering dish out of a basket of mystery ingredients. Today, our first chef will be Niccolo Machiavelli.
I was born in 1469 in the beautiful city of Florence, where I acted as a diplomat for the Florentine Republic for many years. More recently, I had been living in the middle of nowhere, counting stones and writing love letters to the Republic so that they will let me back in.
Next, Benvenuto Cellini.
My name is Benvenuto Cellini. I was born in the lovely Florentine Republic. I am a goldsmith, musician, sculptor, soldier, and professional badass.
And our final contestant, Lorenzo de' Medici.
My name is Lorenzo de' Medici. I come from the Medici family, one of the richest and most powerful families in Florence. I was late to the set today. I had some loose ends to tie up, especially given that I don't have a brother anymore who can help me manage things in Florence.
And our panel of three excellent judges. First, His Holiness Pope Sixtus IV, one of the most warmongering and bloodthirsty popes to have ever stepped foot in the Sistine Chapel.
You're only too kind.
Next, His Eminence Cardinal Rodrigo Borgia, who will become eventually the great unifier of Italy, though perhaps not in the way we would have liked. And finally, the Patriarch of Venice, Maffeo Gerardi, who apparently just stumbled onto set a few minutes ago.
Thanks, Mario.
And I'm your host, Teo.
What?
Teo.
What did you say, Mario?
Teo.
What?
You're right, it's fine.
Classic Mario.
Contestants, in front of me is your basket with 4 mystery ingredients. The judges will be judging your dish based on presentation, use of mystery ingredient, and taste. I will now open up the mystery basket. Today, for our 4 mystery ingredients, we have mac and cheese, Snickers, bacon, and kumquats. Chefs, you have 25 minutes on the clock. Go.
As soon as I saw these ingredients, I knew exactly what to make. I've made a similar creation in the past, though it was admittedly made out of metal and involved no actually edible ingredients. I'm gonna make pork scallops with bacon. Basically, I'm gonna melt the fat parts off the bacon and use it to cook some of the pork slices, and then make an egg and beef broth to go with it. Maybe I'll even decorate it after I'm done, make it look extra good. It's gonna win, I can just feel it. Machiavelli and Medici better look out, because Cellini is in the kitchen now. Yeah!
Sounds like you have an excellent start of the plan. Do you have any ideas about how to incorporate the other basket ingredients?
What?
The basket ingredients. What do you plan on using the mac and cheese, kumquats, and Snickers bar for? Do you have an idea of how to utilize those in the dish?
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Besides, I'm me. Since when did I ever care about consequences?
I have no idea what I'll do with the basket ingredients, or the kitchen, or cooking in general. So, I've decided to add my own secret ingredient, which is Giovanni. Giovanni is the steward in my household, so he's in charge of all the cooking and general household duties. Therefore, I think I'll be able to handle the basket ingredients quite easily. Don't you think, Giovanni? Alright, Giovanni, what am I making today?
Today, Master Medici is making a classic dish handed down to the Renaissance from the Middle Ages, known as chicken rolls. And we're going to be using bread dough made from the ground mac and cheese, sour kumquat juice instead of the sour grape verjuice used in the recipe, and probably topped with some lightly roasted peanuts.
Wonderful.
us to our final cook of the evening, Niccolo Machiavelli. What are you cooking today for us, Machiavelli?
I am making an altered version of Biancamangiare, which is a dish I knew of before I was exiled.
Ah, I see. For our non-culinary audience, Biancamangiare is a white Sicilian pudding, a dessert food with a porridge-like consistency. Machiavelli, how are you planning on integrating the basket ingredients into this dish?
Oh, I've seen people put all kinds of stuff into Biancamangiare, so I thought I could just make some substitutions, like bacon for chicken, and use the nuts from this mysterious Snickers as a replacement for the almond milk, which is part of the recipe.
But isn't Biancamangiare supposed to be white? How is this going to be a white pudding if you're using all these not white ingredients? Do you actually have any cooking experience?
No, I do not. I'm just here, allowed back in Florence for a brief stay during the time of the show, so it's my one chance to impress my way back into the city. By the way, who is this man named Snicker, and why have we confiscated his bars?
This seems like a good moment to learn more about our mystery ingredients, and what a collection of mystery ingredients we have. Judges, what do you think about the first mystery ingredients, mac and cheese?
I'm personally unfamiliar with this ingredient. If I understand correctly, it's a type of pasta.
Yes, although people believe that us Italians have only had pasta since Marco Polo. In fact, we've had it for a very long time. In our modern age of the 1400s, however, it is so time-consuming to make that in places where it is produced commercially, there are night watchmen on staff to make sure no one steals the pasta. Pasta dough needs to be kneaded for a very long time, and it requires a lot of manpower. However, I've never heard of this mac and cheese before. It's an absolutely putrid shade of yellow.
I thought the yellow was quite lovely.
And the second ingredient, kumquat?
Well, I've personally never had one, but I've often had random fruit flavorings, fruit jellies, and fruit relishes come across my table. Personally, I think quinces are the best. I had one once, after one of the Crusaders brought it back. What more reason to retake the Holy Land?
Kumquats are very similar to quinces. If I understand correctly, I think you'll like them, Your Holiness.
Wait, where's the patriarch? No, the patriarch! The ingredients are for the contestants!
Oh, but Mario, it looks so good.
Borgia, what do you think about the bacon in the basket?
This is a fairly basic ingredient that can be used in lots of different ways. Well, not prosciutto. I feel like our contestants will have a lot of freedom using this ingredient as they wish.
Indeed. It could be used in a soup, by itself, in a pie, etc. It will be interesting to see how each chef decides to use it in their dish.
Oh, I like pies.
I see. Wait, what is that?
It's moving on. They think we're hoarding food.
Well, now that that's done with, contestants, you have 15 minutes on the clock.
Well, things were going well until the mob took most of my food. But I still have half a kumquat and 3 noodles. I think I can make it work, because I am Benvenuto Cellini.
So, my dish isn't going great. And the whole time I'm thinking if only I could sabotage the other contestants or find a way to win the judges' loyalty. If I had more time, I could plot the assassinations of all the judges' families and steal all their belongings, so they're forced to choose me as the winner. Then I could leverage my win to take over some wealthy Florentine's kitchen and work my way back up to my old position. Or if I could kill a common enemy, someone who no one likes, then they'd have to love me. Hey, does anyone know where Kibo is?
Judges, what are you thinking about our contestants so far?
They're doing well so far, except for Lorenzo. He really just seems to be slacking off on this entire challenge.
Really? I'm surprised. Are you sure your opinion isn't at all influenced by you and your Lorenzo's role in the Pazzi conspiracy?
Why, me? Pah, no, of course not. I'm insulted you would even say such a thing. I just think that Lorenzo de' Medici is being a terrible contestant. Look at the way he is sitting there like a rebellious Florentine and just being awful. He should be punished, possibly by death.
Wait, where's the patriarch?
Cut to commercial! Cut to commercial!
Hey there! Are you sick and tired of sin, secrets, and corruption? I'm Savonarola, and I want you to come become the Savonarola Slugger, where we slug people with the Word of God. With me, we will rid the church of sin and corruption. Call 001-452-1498 to join.
Well, the patriarch had an accident, and therefore we will be bringing out a new judge, Bartolomeo Scappi.
Well, I've been the private cook for several cardinals and popes, and I'm the author of the groundbreaking work, the Opera di Bartolomeo Scappi, that's me, which includes over 1,000 food preparations and methods.
Wow, Signore Scappi, we're very happy to have you on the show, and especially someone with some actual cooking experience.
Thanks to you.
And time is up. Quochi, please bring your dishes up to the judges.
Well, this was going to be Bianca Mangiare, but it's more of a something now. I definitely meant for it to turn out this color.
That is horrific, but somehow not as bad as it looks.
I've had some marvelous Bianco Mangiare in my time. It helps indigestion, is good for sick people, reminds me of home. But this is not it. Whatever it was you were reaching for, you missed.
Thank you, judges. Cellini, would you please describe your dish?
Yes, judges, today I wanted to make the best explosion of flavor that would ever grace your taste buds, also known as Cellini's pork awesomeness food, also known as pork slices with bacon. Unfortunately, my secret ingredients were taken by the Roman mob, so I was unable to include all of them, so I decided to go for a different approach.
Not including the basket ingredients is quite the heinous offense. Why do you think you should not be disqualified immediately?
My patron, in his never-ending generosity, has decided to thank you all for mercy in advance and decided to provide you all with popsicles.
This is delightful, and I have decided to overlook your transgression.
As have I. This cool and wet popsicle must be doing wonders for your choleric attitude.
And finally, Chef Medici.
Today I made for you bacon rolls, and I used my own personal secret ingredient, which means they're gonna be great. Also, I'm taking one to go.
Judges?
This is actually not bad.
Surprising flavor. I was not expecting the cherries.
This is really quite pleasant.
But he didn't even cook it himself. It was all that Giovanni person. Stupid Lorenzo. Stupid Florence. Stupid show. Why am I even here?
Is everything okay? Well, in a stunning turn of events, everyone on set has contracted the plague and died. Tune in for our next episode where hopefully we'll actually finish an episode.